Hey guys, welcome to a different video. Today we'll be breaking down the gameplay and decoration of Wasureta. Now, this is all my opinion. Feel free to tell me any other opinions about anything in the comments. Without any further delay, let's get started. The first hard part of Wasureta is the pre-drop. And let me tell you, this level may be short, but it is hard. If you didn't know, shorter extremes have to have harder gameplay to make up for the lack of length. And Wazoo is top 50. Keep that in mind when saying it's the easiest thing ever. Back on topic, the pre-drop is easily the worst part gameplay-wise to me. Everything from the less than one block mini-ship to the annoying ball timings to that one dash orb. I just hate the entire part. After that, there's a quick auto part, then we get to the fast stuff. I see why the drop wouldn't be fun for people. It's really only fun if you have a high CPS, and I do. So I had a pretty good time. Back to the first part of the drop. I do not like this part. I hate this part. So, there are two blue orbs at the beginning, and they both suck. Moving on, another notable part is the dash orb to ship transition. Then there's a green orb to a wave hold. And this is all so hard to explain because of the gameplay being so fast that you can barely see it. There are two black orbs with a slide hold in the wave, and it's also really annoying. Then there's a little gimmick where you have to hit a green orb so late you hit the portal first, which I find pretty smart. Now we are at the hardest part of the level. First, there is less than one block straight fly, there are random holds, and the hardest wave flicks in the level. After that, a UFO to wave hold, and a synced wave consistency. There are so many holds in this level. A few holds and a few ship slopes with some wave clicks and some straight fly. This part really isn't interesting, so I'm going to move on to the next part. This part is very click parry based, as it is a very complicated part to learn. Keep timings, ball clicks, and wave gimmicks make this part super hard, and the straight fly is tricky as well. Those two mini wave clicks at 63% are super annoying as well. 67 to 75 is the part with the fastest flicking part in the level. The 75 to 76% wave can be done in either 3 or 4 clicks, but are consistent in their own ways. The most nerve-wracking part, 75 to 100, is the end of Wasureta. Also very click pattern based is the usually most confusing part of the level. From the wave dash orbs to the UFO clicks, the fastest of the part makes it pretty difficult if you haven't learned it. The last click is by far the part that makes everyone nervous, but it's easy if you can get the timing consistent. I give the gameplay for Wasureta a 7 out of 10. You may say I'm not qualified to talk about the deco, but this is solely opinion based, so stay mad. The first part, made by Lime, is pretty mid. I think it's the worst decorated part, honestly. I like the ground spikes and the flickering of the blocks, but it has its problems. The saws could have been a bit bigger to me, and the glow beams hanging out from the blocks could have been a bit brighter. The background is a bit too hard to notice, and there are just blitz flitter everywhere in the background. That's basically it, since the part is super boring. Deadlocks is just Lime but better. The block design is much better, and there's an amazing atmosphere that it gives off with the floating spikes and ground spikes. The pulses in the part are bad for Hell Pegasus. The pulses just last forever. I like the spikes that move off screen, but everything else isn't that good. The background is fine, but the block design is not good. The second half is just really bad. I like the flower part in the background though. Augie's part isn't the best. The block design isn't the best, and the ground spikes aren't very interesting. The background is so uninteresting, as it's just a bunch of bricks. The ground spike layering is so bad, it's funny. The one good part is the black pulse at the end, so I don't have to see the decoration. Besides the flashbang at the beginning, Ice Saint's part is perfect. I absolutely love the lamps in the foreground of Ice Saint's part, and they give off an outstanding atmosphere. That's probably why it's my favorite part in the entire level, decoration-wise. The block design is pretty good, as it has a varied foreground style. I love how the saws are connected by vines as well. The orb design is simple, but satisfying. I like how it uses gray to its advantage, and how the spike design varies. The ground spikes are really good too. XL Spiral's part isn't the best, but isn't the worst either. The pulses are good and the background isn't bad. I don't like how the blocks on the inside of the structures are so weirdly layered though. They just don't look right to me. The glow pulses are synced and the vines on the ground are pretty cool. The saw deck is outstanding and it's certainly eye-catching to look at when it comes down to it. Electro's block deco is so good. I love the block design. There are meteors that fit so well too. The arrows are eye-catching and the glow is almost perfect. The ground spikes are super good too. The moves are so smooth in this part and the saw deco is really good. What doesn't fit well with me is that the background is non-existent and there are no pulses. That kind of brings down the part a little bit for me, to be honest. Splash and Balonzic made the end screen for Wasureta. I like the font for the end screen and the background is very noticeable as well. I like how they put Japanese characters to fit the theme. Makes the level seem pretty good when it comes down to it. I give the decoration for Wasureta a 7.5 out of 10. Which is pretty good. Well, that's the end of the video. I think Wasureta is an overall good level with decent gameplay and good decoration. See you guys later.